What's going on, everybody? My name is Katz. I'm here with my friend Cole, and today we wanted to sit down and we wanted to talk about what it's like broadcasting a high school football game for the Coxmill Chargers.
So there's actually a lot that goes into it that I didn't know. So last year, David, the play-by-play guy for Coxmill, the football team, he asked me to come on, and there's a lot that goes into it that I did not know. It's actually crazy to see what goes on behind the scenes. When you sit up there in the booth, you think it's as simple as just talking, reading out what's going on. But there really is so much more that goes into it, knowing that there's fans, you want engagement, you gotta have exciting voice in the booth, and David, you brought that. So going into the year, did you expect the experience to be what it was, or did it shock you, like what all goes into broadcasting?
I mean, honestly, when we first got into this, and when I first got into this with Clay, I had no idea what we were doing. I didn't know if it was going to be, we were taking the reins immediately, if we were going to be shadowed, if we were going to be watching somebody do this. I had absolutely no idea what this was going to be. And so at the beginning of the year, we broadcasted the second half of a game to kind of get us into it. We had a 3-week break, which after just figuring out what you're doing is a little concerning. And then going straight into it, we didn't have anybody there to shadow us. We had nobody there to tell us what to do. And so we came in, we just printed off basic stats, and we went in there, and it's hard filling in time when you don't do as much research as you need to do, when you don't know who the players are, when you don't know little tidbits about their personality, little tidbits about who they are when they make a play. It's really difficult to kind of fill that blank time in between plays and kind of talking with your coworker.
Yeah, you got to know how to speak on the spot.
Yep,
so
definitely.
So you got to know. I mean, honestly, if we're being real, for whatever teacher you have that's watching this, we did not really prepare for this recording right now. So what we're saying right now, we have no script. This is literally just off the top of our heads. So this takes a lot of talent to do. It's a skill, learning how to talk on the spot. And you notice that when you're in the game, you have you have your stats and stuff like that, but there's going to be plays and there's going to be opportunities in the game where you need to know how to express something that you're just not prepared for. There's a lot of it that goes unscripted, and David, you were phenomenal at that. The play-by-play and just the game-winning touchdown, stuff like that, the calls that you made. It's never routine, it's never the same call. You had different energy and entertainment and exciting action in the game. And what I brought in is I know formations and stuff like that, so I kind of brought a little tactical aspect, and I thought we worked really well together in the booth with the Northwest and Coxmill game. Do you feel like your play-by-play got better throughout the year?
Oh, definitely. I mean, when I take a look back on what I did starting from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, I know how to express my voice better in certain scenarios. I know when to raise my voice. I know when a big play happens, how to kind of get that feeling of like, okay, let's go, let's get some momentum going, whether that's on the Coxmill side or whoever they're playing.
Exactly.
But one thing that's so crucial that I didn't realize is such a big part of the broadcasting is an expansive vocabulary.
Yeah.
Different words for different types of plays. You have to describe the same thing over and over and over again.
You have different ways of saying.
Exactly. You've got to say them different ways. And so a guy can throw over the middle 10 times, but you can't say throwing over the middle, throwing over the middle, throwing over the middle.
Right.
I mean, you've got to be able to come up and describe maybe the route that the runner is taking, which could be a job for you or for the play-by-play, depending on if he picks it up. Talking about pressure in the pocket before he throws, not just basically saying the quarterback drops back, throwing over the middle, which is something that is you can do. It's not frowned upon at all, but if you're saying that every time quarterback drops back in the pocket, throwing over the middle, throwing to the right side, throwing to the left side, it gets old after a while, and people are there. It loses engagement. It loses the enjoyability. I don't know if that's actually a word.
No, it does. And something that helped a lot is our connection and the fact that we've done things similar to that in the past. So our connection, our chemistry in the booth was phenomenal, because I know I can just have a sense in your voice when you're leading it off to me and I need to start talking, or the excitement that you have, I have to match that. You can't just have a big play, you go crazy, and I'm like, super boring. So, and I thought it was a great job, because you're going to Coxmill, I went to Northwest. So there's an opportunity to have biasness. And I thought we did a great job of canceling that out and just solely talked on the game. And the viewers loved you. They loved us. And that's so important, is to actually have connection with your other broadcasting partner in the booth.
Oh yeah.
And there's just so much more that goes into it. You got to look at commercials. You got to look at things that can happen in a game that aren't expected. Rain delays. I remember the beginning of the game, it took a little while to have, the kickoff. What are you going to do? What are you going to talk about? You have to know how to extend conversations, talk about things in different ways. You did a phenomenal job of that. And are you going to be broadcasting if football, happens again?
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna get back in the booth. My partner, who I worked with all season last year, Clay, he's gonna be on the varsity team this year. So, still kind of looking for a replacement. I've got a couple people I'm talking to, but just we're looking for the best person who can kind of fill the role and come in and take over his spot. But yeah, one thing I do want to say about the Northwest game is great job not holding your bias, even though I could see the happiness and joy on your face fade as the minutes went by.
You can see on the face, you can see my just disappointment in my team. But at the end of the day, broadcasting, yeah, it's a skill. There's a lot that goes into it, and it's hard work, and there's a lot of attention to detail that you need to possess.
Oh, definitely.
To be a good broadcaster. So this was just a little insight on kind of behind the scenes and kind of how much goes into it. So I thought this was a good conversation.
Yeah, and one more tip I'll give to anybody out there who is wanting to get into this kind of thing, who is wanting to kind of spice it up, not make it like anybody else. Before the game, go talk to one or two of the players, go talk to the coach, get an interview with the coach before the game, find little tidbits here and there that they're going to be looking for throughout the game. I know especially if you go talk to the coach and say, oh, well, I mean, this guy was great in practice this week, he's really shown outstanding performance, we're going to give him more touches, or going to talk to the players and just having conversations with the players about what they did that week. I
was gonna say, after the game, I saw your connection with the coaches and the players. You knew a lot of them, and that definitely helps you in the booth, because you can talk about stuff that that other people don't know, and just having a good connection with the coaches and the players, it makes a result. It just creates a better broadcast, and it creates a better experience.
100%.
So this was really insightful, and I appreciate it. So
well, thanks for coming on, Cole.
Definitely.
So thank you guys for watching. I'll be back next week with a new video, and see ya.